Welcome to Eva and Sisters channel. We're going to learn how to edit it on IBS Paint. It's going to be easy and simple. And this is how we are going to do it. We're going to try and copy her. And why we're going to copy her is because we are going to try and make something similar, but we're going to use this, which is right over here. So let's see what the finishing touches look like. And before we start, we always have to do the skin color, which we did the skin color. Next thing we're gonna do is the hair. And you're like, how are we gonna draw hair? Like, I would be like, how are we gonna draw hair? Because in general, I'm really bad at drawing hairs. I'm not gonna lie. And IB Paint already has special made hair. So we're just gonna go for the wall and pick any hair. We're gonna pick some bangs. And I feel like we're gonna try and use these long bangs. Because why not? And we're going to try and make sure we put it right on our head, because I'm not going back to go and adjust this. Because right now we're adjusting it right now, so let's adjust it right now, then never. So that's what we got. But I'm gonna make it kind of tinier, slightly tinier, and a bit shorter if we can do that. Okay. So here we go. I feel like that's good. We'll adjust it when we have to. And now we're gonna look for back hairs. And for back hairs especially, we're gonna need a new layer, which we already got a new layer. And we're gonna make this new layer like go back before the bangs. And we're just gonna click, these three lines right over there that I'm pressing. You can use that to go down. And we're just gonna use that and go down for this to find the back hairs. And we found a back hair. Let's pick a straight back hair. You can't use it. So let's use short, curly, long black back hair. Okay, that's a bunch, but I messed up something, but we can always fix it, right? We are going to also make this behind this, the body, so it could look like that. And now we're just going to adjust it. And I forgot to show you how to adjust. To adjust, you just click that, and you can adjust. So now that we got that all done, we can go to the bucket and make it any color. Since we're on black, let's use black. I'm gonna use black for the hair. And make sure you're on bucket. Make sure your bucket works, because mine is not working. Okay, it worked for this one, but it's not looking neat. It looks messed up. Okay, probably clicked it a bunch of times. So there we go. We're gonna make sure we don't miss anything for that. We get all of that done. Make sure you don't click it too much times like I'm doing. That it isn't working. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, I know the reason why it isn't working now. We are gonna go to this. And now we're gonna do that. Perfecto. Looking a bit good, but you're gonna need a much better makeover. I would want to do the makeover right now, but it isn't looking good, so am I gonna do this? Okay. So we're gonna go back to 19 and tap and kaboom. It looks better like this, but there's some white spot. And eventually, I'm gonna handle that. But now it is time to focus on the facial looks. Before you start like editing the eyes really well, you're gonna have to first do everything. But we're just gonna get the basic of the eyes to just know that we're done and that we are ready to start shading the skin for the face. Yes, of course, we need to add a shirt. We will. But I'm really bad at shirts. To be honest, actually, my sister helped me make this shirt. So we're not going to add a shirt. So, I mean, it's really weird. But I'm just bad at it. Next, we're going to make the eyes. And I'm too lazy to make the eyes. And usually, I don't make the eyes. I just take some eyes from IBS Paint because like anything on here, it's really right. So let's just get these eyes. You can pick any eye, but I'm gonna pick this eye, depending on what you're making. I just picked something kind of looking simple and good. It's raining outside of my house, so if you can hear it or not, just know it's raining. Okay. So I'm going to try to adjust this wall because I don't want it to look like one of those very soft people and the eyes are so big. And like they can get people to do what they want so easily. We're going to adjust that because I just don't like the way I first adjusted it. We're going to make it a bit taller to here to this. And now that we got this, we're still in bucket. I'm gonna stay in bucket, and now that we're in bucket, for some reason it's not working. Let's go here, and we are gonna make it pink. Now that everything's are going to bucket, we're gonna just click on the eye things. Make sure don't make a mistake and click on the skin and make it look a pinkish, because we don't want the skin to look pinkish. We want it to be a skin. And next we're going to have to do the mouth and the nose. So for this one, I made the mouth and nose. It's not, you can still see it, but it really isn't visible. It's like a light gray. And that's what we're going to try and aim for this one. And why I'm saying we're going to aim for this is because we don't want it too visible. For example, if I make this too visible, it's going to look completely not like a nose. It's not going to look like a nose. It's going to look, not going to look like, it's going to look like this. This looks funny. So that's why we're going to try and make it a very light gray. It's still visible, but it's still visible for the eyes, but it's light. We're not going to try and make it too light that's looking like you're going to erase the drawing, but we're going to make it light. Then we're going to try and get a really good thing. Let's test some of the things. I remember which one. I can't remember which one I used for this, but that one is, I don't really like that gray. It's not the gray that's kind of getting me. We're going to make that gray kind of lighter and see what happens if we use that pen. Nah. Let's get a different pen. We're going to go back to the top and we're going to do soft. So, I like that. Like the way it is, but the only problem I'm going to have to say is I like the tone of grays because I need to make that tone of gray a bit lighter. Which I did before, but for some reason it's loading what I did so sad facey. So now we're gonna try and make it really good. She's gonna be happy, not mad. There we go, the nose. The nose I'm not really liking. Let me try and make that nose a little less longer and looking like a nose. So we got it all done with the nose, and now that we are done with that, we are going to move to the skin, and this is where we're going to add multiple layers. So we're going to add another layer, and we're going to click normal multiply, and I'm going to teach you 2 ways how to do this multiply thing. I'm going to use examples. Okay, brush. Let's get a really dark orange. And I'm just gonna use, like, that's something really thick. Like, we're gonna use this. Okay. Then you can adjust that with multiply. Just adjust the way it looks. Or you could do this, what I'm about to show you, and still have multiply. But you can still have that and adjust this first before adding it. I mean, they're kind of the same ways, but a bit different. And why I say they're a bit different is because it's the other way around. So, try not to make it touch the hair. Just, it still touch the eyebrows. But try not to make it touch the eyes. So, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you hit the notification bells. Is why I say this is because there's more videos and you don't know if it could be coding, story time telling, it could be anything. So make sure you use my method in IBS Paint to make good drawings, like fantastic drawings, by using this method. And make sure you share this to friends and family all over the world. Please do this. Okay, I feel like I'm going a little bit overload with how much I'm doing this. So we're gonna make that light, very light. This is not collapsing. It's collapsing. It's not looking. I put too much. I'm redoing all of this. And if you made your perfect, good. So I'm also, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna make sure that you don't add too much, like I made the mistake too. Make sure you add really good. I just noticed that you can go over there. Perfecto. Now you need more worrying. Just worry about the eyes. Okay? So we are gonna just do that. Let's just go stick with a little bit of the top place first. I'm just gonna do that. Kinda looks weird, but it's okay. And then we're gonna lighten it up a bit. And there we go, we got that. And these were only looking at the facials for today. That is leading us to part 2, but wait, I'm just saying that is leading us to a part 2. But still, we're not done quite yet. To make this realistic, we're gonna add blush. I'm like, how are you gonna add blush? I'm like, I don't know how to make perfect blush, but that is why we're gonna be trying our best. I'm guessing we're gonna add a new layer and multiply. It kind of make it a very reddish kind of like lipstick kind of. Let's just see what happens. Like, that's too thick. Want something thick but not too thick. Let's see what that does. We can see what that kind of does. Okay. No, this isn't gonna look that funny. Yep, it's looking that funny. We're not gonna add blush, but we're gonna see if I can find blush for another day. And now it's time to work on the eyes, which is kind of not gonna be really difficult if you have really good experience. So we're gonna use that same multiplying and pick kind of like a pink, but kind of like a dark pink. So that's where we're gonna click eye drop, which is right there. Get a pink. Just make that pink a bit darker, since we're using light pink. And just go like out of the lines. You can go out of the lines, but not too. I'm not going too out of the lines, but out of the lines. That's kind of looking funny. Now we can erase the bad parts. Erase that too much. Gotta adjust it kind of. There we go. and make sure it's lined up correctly for this to work out correctly. Okay. Now that we got that done, we're going to kind of add something similar but a bit lighter than the one we got. And we're not multiplying, so we're going to use it for the same exact purpose. And I erased. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to get something thick, but not too thick. And we are going to put it kind of like here. And just get something a bit like that. Yeah, I can see it. Just like that. Like that. We're going to do it with the other eye. Like that. There we go. And now that sparkly thing, how are we going to do it? There we have the answer for how we're going to do that. And this time, so we're going to get a brush. Let's do pen stuff. And, what? You could have used different eyes and just do a Chris. You could do something that's kind of seeable like mine. Mine isn't really but seeable, so. Let's go to silver. Let's use this hard pen to do that and adjust it, because we're going to try and adjust this a lot because it's not working. But now that it's not working, let's do our video to end. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and why I'm saying turn on the notifications is because there is going to be a part 2. And we're going to see if the part 2 is going to be a real big mess or it's going to be fantastic. Which I'm hoping, having some feelings that this is going to fail. Because most of this is going to work. My sister did this. Most of it. And we're going to see if it's going to do. So tune in for part 2.